Where's my hammer?
I know, it's a perfect Worlds picture to capture the moment of your Season 8 Smite World Champion, Atlantis Leviathans, who are sitting with me for the first official team check-in of the year. I know Miff just went back with you guys and kind of watched it back over. Is that something you guys have done at all since Worlds? Have you gone back and watched it all, really? Or have you just kind of relaxed and done your thing?
I watch it a lot.
Do you?
Me too.
I watch every single bot of people that were streaming the game that I could.
I watch it a lot. That I think I know every play.
Yeah.
From the finals. Not semi-final. We don't talk about semi-finals, you know.
No. Well, look, I actually really appreciated the memoirs thing, because I didn't like the one moment that even when I was casting it, I didn't realize is when you dropped your Yamoja ult. Was that game 3? You thought Paul might be ganking or something, and it was like way at the back of the camera. You dropped. You dropped your Yem ult.
Sadma always brings that up.
Right, Zap brought it up during the memoirs thing.
Like, should I pick Yamoja? Like, you remember your Yamoja game 3?
Look, it was an absurd run for you guys. I think Season 3 Worlds of Smite was the one and only other time that finals was a clean sweep. So it was a dominant performance from you guys. I know with that type of thing, it's probably, in the moment, it's such a whirlwind. You've won Worlds, you lift the hammer. Did it take a while for that to set in, though, that you guys had won Worlds? Did it feel surreal up until a certain point? Can you think of a moment over the last 3 months when you kind of realized, wow, like I'm a Smite World Champion?
Yeah, at the beginning for me was kind of real. Like we just win the World Champ. It was kind of real, and then after the months passed, I realized I win World, and it was so fucking happy.
Yeah, and for me, for example, it was my birthday the next day, I think, or the 2 days next. I was like, oh, it's my birthday and I'm a world champ. I'm gonna, go crazy.
We'll get to fan Q&A in a little bit. Somebody asked how the parties were the next day, so we'll make sure to keep that one fresh in the back of our mind. How about you, Zap? Now that's your 3rd in a row. Did it take any longer to kind of set in? Was it just another day at the office for you at this point?
No. No, I was really proud of it because, one, I felt like my year was a little rocky.
Sure.
And then to be, blessed to be put on this team here, especially, like, they're so talented, so good. I always said this, like, when I first joined, that this is the best team I've ever been on.
You're welcome.
Everyone except for my solo laner, because he does not get me coups.
Look, you guys were talking about him getting an ego now, right?
Yeah,
He's world MVP.
As soon as he touches the hammer, all of a sudden it's like,
a different person.
Yeah, different person,
Hey, that's a scary Leviathans to be going up against with a little bit of an ego.
But yeah, no, this one was special because I love playing with these guys, and them being from LATAM too, I think it's just awesome for the region, and just I think there's so many talented LATAM players in Smite too, and a lot of people talk smack on Reddit or stuff like that about other regions, but I mean, here we are, on top of Smite right now. So I don't know, I have a sense of pride playing with these guys, except for when I scrim. But everywhere else, I have a sense of pride playing with them, and I enjoy playing with them. They're a bunch of fun to be around. I don't know. I like it. It's gonna be a good year.
Right, it's one of those things I imagine where obviously you're psyched to win Worlds.
Yeah.
But to do it with this group,
it was good.
Just means something else. What's the downtime like? You win a Smite World Championship. You get almost 4 months until you get back into the swing of things. I know that the 4 of you, not that you're not Zap, but the sanguine kind of meme was that you're just grinders. You never stop playing the game. Does that hold true? You win Smite World Championships and you're right back to grinding Smite the day after? You take some downtime to relax?
Yeah,
no,
at least for me.
Yeah, we take some time to for example, me and Paneron, we bring our moms here to spend some time and all that stuff. But yeah, for example, when the season is start, we're gonna start grinding again, of course, because the grind never stops.
Right, but you took some time to enjoy it.
Some vacations, yeah.
All right, good. I feel like I'd be remiss if I didn't ask. Did anyone spend their World's money on anything exciting? Or are we all being good, responsible adults with our money?
You are responsible.
You save it.
I'm gonna be responsible.
All right,
Save it.
It's the boring but the correct answer.
Yeah.
We're all
invest.
Yeah.
invest. You're right. It's a good way to be.
That's investment.
That's right. All right. So we're all responsible adults with our World's money.
Yeah.
So it's sometimes not a fun topic, but I think it's just a fine topic for you guys. Could end up being another boring answer. Was there ever a consideration that you guys wouldn't be re-teaming with one another this year? I mean, you come fresh off a Smite World Championship. Was there ever a world where this roster wasn't going to stick together?
I'd like to answer that because
Go ahead.
I talked with these guys, and then Ronnie's like, you can go to sleep now, Zap. And then I was really worried because this is what
Did he
happened.
say it like that?
Yeah, he's like, it's okay, you can go to bed. And the last time that happened, I was, teamless. So,
Right, of course.
I was a little nervous during this offseason. I was like, sign those contracts.
Right.
And but yeah, no, it all worked out.
So in reality, though, outside of cryptic messages,
Okay. No, I wasn't too
Yeah, it
worried.
was fun because I told the boys in Discord, so what are we doing? Are we sticking together?
Right.
Are we leaving? And then we're like, yeah, let's run it back. And we're like, okay.
why not? Look, when this team hit its stride in Worlds and towards the back half of the year, it was a treat to watch. So, and I am curious because that's been almost the theme across the league, where at most teams have changed, except for the Valkyries, who are now an entirely new roster. But even that team has been playing together at the SEC level for like a year now. Why do you think we're at a point now where every team has made one change at most, a mid laner here, solo laner here and there, but we'll be looking at a very similar SPL this year? Why do you think that is?
I can go.
Sure.
My theory is that every other year there's been a clear top, middle, and bottom. And this year it wasn't as clear because the Scarabs were the bottom for a while, and then they kind of ended up being top 4.
Right.
So normally a team like that would explode, right, if they were 7th seed the whole year. But instead of being 7th seed the whole year, they made it to the 4th, right? And then the team that they took their place, let's say the Bolts, for instance, they were up there during the regular season, but then playoff time or Worlds time, they dropped down, right, to even below the Scarabs. But both those teams think they had a good year.
Yeah.
So they're not going to swap out their players or maybe make one change. So that's kind of what happens. Like the bottom team
Right.
stepped up.
I mean, even Titans. So Titans have it the same at the beginning. They
Yeah,
started last,
Yeah.
and
So
then
yeah, exactly. They were like middle of the pack, 5th, 6th, and then they rose up. So there was so much. There wasn't such a clear top, middle, bottom throughout the whole year like it was all the other years. A lot of teams shifted.
Right.
So like the Bolts or the Titans or something, or more the Bolts because they did really well in the beginning. They're like, oh, we had a really good year. We kind of just fell off. So they're like, let's just run it back and try to have a good year the whole time, right? The
Right.
Scarabs are like, yo, we finished 4th. Like let's just try to run it back and do that. So I think that's why most of the teams stuck together and made like one change, because a lot of teams had good parts of the year.
Do you think that, again, outside of a single player here or there, you'll start to see, I don't know how to word it, do you feel like the SPL will be more competitive this year than it was last year as a result of most of the teams remaining very similar?
100%.
Yeah.
I think even the Valks too, they were a team that stuck together in the SEC, and they
Right.
said something that really stuck with me when they made it. They said that they didn't entertain any other offers,
Yeah.
either to go SPL or other SEC teams, and they're just going to try their luck through the play-in tournaments or through the whatever the qualifier was
Right.
against SPL, and that stuck with me because I think that's very respectable, and I think that says something about the team and like their dynamic.
Right.
And I feel like they're gonna, the sky's the limit for a team like that.
Yeah, their support wasn't sending their ADC like, it's time to go to bed now
Yeah,
type
no.
messages. They were staying awake with one another. Zap, for you, this is something that you've been through a few times. I'll give the other guys a shot on this one. You've now won Worlds. Does your mentality change going into this season now? Obviously, the goal is still to win it again. But do any of you four feel like there's a weight off now that you've done it once? Do you feel like you're playing with less pressure, maybe?
yeah, we are a streamer team right now. Just gonna do
We
content.
really are.
You're gonna win the streamer world
Yeah,
championship.
we're
That's
just gonna do content.
Not me.
Not you, Yarkor?
Well, I think we're still with the same. I
Yeah.
don't know. I think like for us, it was like a big dream come true.
Right.
So like when you start playing at like the high level, or still competing in general, you wanted to win the biggest tournament in the year, and we did it. But I think we all still want more. So
Yeah, because once
Yeah,
you
we
feel it,
gonna-
you
Right.
want to feel it again, and I think we all want to win again, no matter what.
Would you echo that, Zap, even after 3 of them in a row? You still feel that same?
Let's make it 4.
I'm going for 20 now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Look, you're the only one with 3. Let's even widen that gap, right?
Yeah.
These guys are chasing you though. If the day ever comes where you hang up the cape,
Yeah,
you're gonna have.
I hope it's LAN tournament too. That will be so good.
winning
That will be
crowd,
so fun.
yeah.
The crowd.
I wonder if that's why, if you guys go back and watch a lot of the different VODs of people who are streaming, things like that. Obviously it's an amazing thing to win, but being able to sort of in a different way experience everyone else's POV in a different way that you weren't able to because it wasn't live with a crowd, like still being able to see the streamer and their chat and sort of all the different avenues of the Smite community reacting to that moment. I'm glad there are still ways to make that happen for you guys, and I know Twitter blew up and you had support from everywhere. Meeting your guys' moms at the after party was actually awesome. I thought that was so cool. They came up, they were so excited. So that was an awesome moment. Obviously, you want to run things back. Is there anything as a team you go into this season you feel like you need to change from last year? I mean, you nearly make a perfect run through the Smite World Championships. Obviously, there's always stuff to work on. But does anything stand out as we want to be different this year in this category?
I'm pretty sure we all agree we wanna win playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, we want to win playoffs because we win worlds, but we never win like playoff or
Like a
a
Like a phase 1,
yeah.
phase 2.
Mid-season.
mid-season tournament, and that's pretty much the goal for the team
Of course.
for this year. Win everything,
One step at a time.
right, Jark?
I want to get all the coups in every single game.
That'll be a dream come true,
yeah, that's gonna be
finally.
my
Then
goal
maybe I
this
can
year.
win my lane.
Yeah,
you know.
that's gonna be my year.
I'm gonna be-
So when Sap dies, he has nothing to
Nah, I'm
complain
not
about.
dying this year. I'm gonna be a KDA player this year.
I like that,
I'm a
man.
KDA
I will
player
get
this
all
year.
the goose and you don't die.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a KDA player this
You're gonna
year.
be unstoppable then. Okay.
Zap, I don't know if on this team you'll ever be able to be a KDA. No. Look, all eyes are on Zap, and the rest of the team just runs him over. You know what I mean?
Now listen, this is gonna be our lineup. It's gonna be my front line, Shinto, and then I'm gonna be all the way back here, all the way back there.
Teams will find a way. They'll find a way back there somehow. Give me some quick thoughts on the meta at the moment, and then we'll shift to fan Q&A here because there's a lot of questions for you guys. I don't know if we saw like drastic changes in the same way that we did from season 7 to season 8. Maybe in each of your roles, if you have anything that comes to mind. Season 9 feel very different from how things were to you guys just a couple months ago.
Yeah, for mid lane was a big change. Mage are backs. Thank you very much, Harris, for back.
We got aggro on the balance team now.
Thank you, Agro. I appreciate you.
Still think hunters are good in mid though, Shinto. you
Yeah,
know.
I mean, the hunters are good at mid, but mage are better now. So
Right.
I'm pretty happy with that. I don't need to play MC every single game.
Wait, who won your 1v1? I was prepping for this. So I don't know, maybe not hunters in mid. Maybe he threw so he doesn't have to play hunters in mid.
I didn't want to say it out loud, Dillson. I'm glad you brought it up.
How do you feel about hunters in duo lane at the moment here in season 9? You think you're going into the SPL in a strong spot?
The biggest change for our lane is that it's like a subtle change. Like they nerfed the XP there,
Yeah.
and they
It's still so weird walking into that harpy pit and there's just people.
yeah. And so like if you're a team and you invade all 3 harpies, you don't hit level 3.
Right.
And so, I mean, you can like let the hunter have a solo harpy for him to hit level 3, but still, it just reduces the snowball that was there in season 8. Season 8, there was kind of like only a handful of picks that were really meta because you needed the pressure, or you needed at least even pressure. So if there's less snowball in the dual lane, it allows more like, Jingwei picks maybe, or like a Chernobog, or like, some
Sure.
kind of late game hyper carry that's a different style than like all that early game pressure stuff in season 8.
And we've seen a lot of
Maybe, by the way, I'm not saying
maybe, of
maybe.
course not. One of the popular starts is what you buy Frenzy and you just
Yeah.
go ham at level 1.
Yeah, you go tips like with new item for support.
Gets a little chaotic
Yeah.
there right at the beginning.
Yeah.
How do you feel about support right now, Ronnie?
Well, most of the times you just want to get like an active to win the game, like the pressure. Even though you win the pressure, you don't get a lot of farm. It's just gonna be like they nerfed that, which is I think, I don't know, meh.
Right.
But yeah, I think you just go Frenzy or Shield. Met is dead.
Fair enough.
Yep. You're welcome.
Panatom, over to the jungle. Where are we at the moment?
Yeah, it's the same.
Gingalang,
It's
gingalang.
actually the same.
Yeah.
Like the only difference is the starter. Like you have to do the starter with the mid laner. Like you
Right.
cannot do the old one with the slow laner, for example. That's it. Like the gods are the same. Like the builds are the same. Just the berserk, but they change it again. So
Yeah, I
it's,
trust.
Thank God.
Hey, well, you played
Well, they have
the
Hydra's
same
Lament,
meta
like
on
Yark
a really
said.
high level, so that's good
Hydra's
for you.
OP.
Yark, round us out here. Where's Solo Lane? You running back an MVP performance with the way Solo Lane is right now?
I haven't played that before.
He doesn't even know, dude.
I haven't played. I play mid and jungle a lot
Yeah.
at the beginning of the
Wait, what?
Wait a second.
No, because they are like the most like fun or OP role
Right.
to win games.
Look,
But
just
I
run back.
think-
We've seen some Bastet in Solo Lane in recent weeks. They steal their full damage.
The Shigeku. We gotta think about this.
I think it's gonna be similar. I mean, maybe it was like so static last year. Like you only see one starter. Everyone was like building X all the time
Right.
with all the gods. So like they kind of like change it a little bit. So maybe gonna be like more starter variety in that lane. So maybe they're gonna be like open some opportunity for different picks,
Sure.
different like way to play like the matchups and everything. So maybe they're gonna be kind of cool. So
It could be some fun on that side of the map. At any rate, I think I'm just excited to not only you guys, but the rest of the SPL team see how you grasp the changes and get out there. And this is a fun roster to look forward to. I do want to jump into some fan Q&A. We got 10 or so minutes for that, I think. I don't know what NDA looks like with World Championship skins and what you guys are looking at, so I'm not going to ask you about that, but I might ask you off camera if that's been talked about at all. So, sorry, chat, you don't get to know, but I do. First question, is Panatom finally getting a single back camp?
Nope.
I don't think so.
No? You don't think that changes this year?
Nope. Everything is going the same.
Got it. GPM King retains his title. You heard it here first. No back camps for Panatom. Does anyone, this is always a fun question, and I won't ask anyone specifically. If you have one that comes to mind, shout it out. Do you guys have any gods that are not in Smite yet that you feel like you wish was in the game?
I feel like all the gods I ever knew about.
Yeah.
are in
I know,
this
we've gone
game.
beyond, we've gone
Me
beyond
too.
my knowledge,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Well, anything with wings. I like wings.
Yeah.
Got to be like horrors, you know?
See, again, I have some NDA thoughts that are down the pipeline. Can't confirm or deny any of that. The one, I will say, I'm meeting with Aggro on a god soon. And it's going to be very cool. So get excited about that. Zap, this one's for you. Why did you cut your hair? And then there's some subtext to it. Surely that's a bad omen.
Honestly, I said like I wasn't gonna cut my hair until I lost Worlds, but
Right.
that was just a cop out. I was just lazy. Honestly, taking a shower with that amount of hair is the most annoying thing possible. So I said I'm just gonna wait till this Worlds, whatever happens, I'm gonna cut
Right.
it. And and it was heavy, that hair.
Right.
But now I'm lighter, and I don't know.
You live with your wife, right?
Yeah.
So God bless the drains in your home.
Oh my God, she would, yeah. My hair would get everywhere. Like, no,
Right.
joke. We'd do we'd do the laundry, and then there'd be hair there, and like my hair's just everywhere. I don't know.
Right.
It was such a hassle, and just had to get rid of it.
Not worried about the performance implications, though.
Nah, because I don't know.
you gonna play bad either way. So.
This guy,
This guy, ever since he got
He's changed.
What do you?
He's
He's-
changed. Ever since he's got MVP, he's changed.
Are you saying the truth?
let me find it. Somebody asked about Ego Tom for Panatom.
No longer.
I know, but we gotta ask about Yark at some point.
Ego shark.
Zap, I already heard your thoughts. Any of the other four of you have thoughts on the current Valkyries roster? I don't know if you scrimmed against them, played against them at all in the past. I think obviously they'll come in as underdogs, having to qualify in. But do you think that that's a team that will pose a threat to any of the other teams in the league?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like we as Sanguine, when we qualify, like we as go to this build for the first time, we did well because we stick together.
Right.
We all have the mentality of winning, and we play with our hearts, and we had the potential. We just needed to together, and they did it. So.
Right.
Yeah, they just need to like learn how to play like SPL matches. Because it's different,
Right.
different play like SCC and SPL is different. How to play the map and how the picks and etc. etc. But yeah, if they green, they can be a top for sure.
Could be some growing pains early, but once you get their feet underneath them, maybe things. And this is my own side question. A lot of the conversation about the Oni Warriors was that it's a team that unable to play on land like the Valkyries and like a few other players last year on different teams. Warriors will all be here this year. Do we expect a jump forward with the Oni Warriors team, having them all here, all in studio?
I mean, they were showing good matches against the Scarabs, and the Scarabs beat the Dragons, right?
Right.
So they might be. I think like all of them here, if they just grind, they're just gonna show a good match. Because like in the play scene for the SPL, it's kind of rough when you're a SPL team and you're playing ICC because
Right.
it's a different style. You don't really prepare. Also, they were practicing with SPL because everybody was in vacation and stuff. So they just have to keep the momentum, and they'll do great, I think.
Yeah, looking forward to that team and what they can do this year. Zapman, back to you. This one is more of a name your price for toe picks specifically.
That's free.
Free?
No, I was kidding.
I guess it depends on who asked. I didn't have their username
That's
written down.
$4.99, and if you understand what that means, then, we're good.
Put the decimal where you want that to be in that price. Got it, $4.99. You heard it here first. Already asked that. Somebody asked if you're going to change your routine, things like that, but sticking with more of the same.
Still gonna feed.
Still going to feed. Here's another one, and you may have covered this a little bit during your memoir segment. You kind of steamroll the Titans in Game 2 of Worlds. Did pressure really set in going into Game 3? Was there a lot going through your mind one game away from winning the Worlds Finals for you guys after a Game 2 win, realizing we're one single game of Smite away?
No, like I said to Mifflin, I'm pretty sure we all like focus in the game and on what we're gonna do in the game and what is next in the game, and we never like think about like, oh, we're about to win Worlds or the money now. We are just thinking about the game and
Right.
how to win.
The pressure was on them,
Yeah.
and you can tell of the way they try to play that tier game. Like the way to try to make plays that probably they in a normal day know that
Wouldn't.
they're not gonna work, but they're still gonna try because they feel they need to force things to like get a lead or get a kill or win somewhere in the map. Because
Right.
like first game was like close, then they lose in team fights, and game 2 they didn't even have a chance to play the game.
Right.
So
Do you think in a weird backwards way the pressure eased off of you guys as the as the game went on?
yeah,
Because of how we won the second
Yeah.
game, I would say there was
Right.
more pressure on us.
Right.
I feel the pressure when we're ending the Titan. I was like super nervous, like, wait, what? Are we ending? Is this it?
We're gonna win? What? Yeah, that's always a fun like kind of peek into the mind on that. But I know you talked to Miff a little bit about that as well. Has that man earned his own jersey yet? Yes, he's got it on now. I imagine he'll have his own official jersey at the start of next year. TBD.
That could be like a special one since he's 3 times,
That's right. He gets to wear that jersey all year long.
Yeah.
I love my support.
And that means Yark gets he gets to just carry his, or no, we'll get him like a little patch with the MVP trophy on
we
it.
don't need to get them all.
No
Right, he's a better-
físico, no.
All right, I'm gonna ask each of you this one. You can go as long-winded or not as you want. Mandatory 1v1, you have to do it. $1 million. What god are you picking? And then therefore, what god are you banning out? Zap, I'll start with you.
I'm gonna pick Kali because pretty sure she doesn't lose to anybody.
Oh no.
And then I'm gonna ban out Cirquette because she kind of talks.
What? He's playing Conquest, bro.
Bro, you see,
Listen,
All
you
right.
give her a chance to answer. Okay,
Wrong,
Kali's the best.
Wrong, you've
you're
got a
gonna
different
get
thought in
cheated in
mind.
Ellie yesterday. You're gonna get cheated in Ellie so bad. You're
Wrong,
gonna
you,
lose
what's
$1
your
million.
answer to this one?
I'm gonna ban Anchor and pick Pelgona.
Okay.
Kali is poop on the
How about you, Shinto? What's your
1v1,
Definitely not Uller, that's for sure.
Oh my god!
I would ban, I don't know, I wanted some Warriors and some Bellona or Erlan, and I will pick Hibo.
Oh, Hebo on the 1v1. Panatom?
I'm probably banning Poseidon. I'm picking something like Erlang.
Why are you banning Poseidon?
Like in duel?
Yeah.
Because Poseidon is so broken. Like
Fair enough. I love that there's so many different mindsets on this. It's actually a sneaky good question. Yarkor, round us out here. 1v1. Pick one, ban one.
I'm picking Anhur. I'm picking Anhur and I'm skipping my ban. I don't need to ban anything.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna win, so.
You sure you want to pick Honor? I've seen your Honor.
Oh my god, not
We're
against
gonna
yours.
see, we're gonna see now. We're gonna see Navid. We're gonna see Navid, Chad.
The storylines are writing themselves for me. Yarkor's ego out of control. All right, a couple more questions here, just a couple more minutes. Who's the most responsible/irresponsible on your team's scrim blocks? I guess that's
I'm the most responsible.
showing up and all that on time.
Showing up,
Showing up. I mean,
end of the day.
probably
Could be anyone
someone
any day.
at the
For
beginning.
showing up, yeah.
I think
At the beginning,
At the
someone was
beginning,
literally in
someone-
Discord 10
yeah.
minutes
no,
before.
no, I think it's Steven like always. Even when he's late, he like advised.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
But like at the beginning, he was
Yeah,
like 10
even
minutes
at the
before
beginning,
this.
it was like
I wanted to make
the
a good
night
showing
before
to my
was in
new
Discord.
team.
It was the night before in Discord, sit down, waiting for the screen, bro. He was sitting down in Discord, bro.
Didn't sleep at all. Didn't
excited,
sleep.
bro.
Let's just beat up the computer the night before. They're on Discord waiting for script to happen.
We got scrims in 8 hours.
Better be ready.
Here's the good news for anyone: as long as you don't change your routine. Like if anyone was always late to scrims last year, or like didn't show up for scrims or whatever last year, you say, "Look, we won Worlds. I was doing." You have a whole World Championship to say, "Why change it now?" You know?
Yeah, but when they're all late, you know.
I heard there is people screaming at 11, so.
11 p.m.
Yeah.
I am.
All right. PM's the middle of your day. You're good at that. Notice how opposite my schedule is. PM, no chance. Yeah, 11
I
a.m.,
am
that's
no
tough.
chance too. I am no chance too.
No, we're still awake at 11 a.m. I had a good one, but then I lost it, so I'm just going to keep moving on. What type of sauce do you have with your nuggets?
Chick-fil-A sauce.
Chick-fil-A sauce?
Chick-fil-A
That sounds
sauce.
pretty good.
I don't like nuggets, but
You seem more concerned about that than the cryptic go to bed old man message.
Hopefully.
no, I don't like nuggets.
No, Chick-fil-A sauce is the easy one. I'm not going to let you guys answer this because I'm nervous of Yark's head at this point. But somebody did ask, how does it feel waking up knowing that you get to play Smite with Yarkor for a living?
That was Jarker's move. That was Jarker's
Yeah,
He came
himself.
prepared.
I had to be Yargo.
Feels miserable because I never have mana.
You are blessed,
mean-
Steven. You are blessed to play with me.
All right, this will be our last question. A fitting one to end on because it's similar to the one we started off with. Shinto, I'll ask this one to you. Do you think the key to winning Worlds is to keep stealing the back camps and the harpies from Panatom all year long?
Of course. They steal everything from this jungler.
Again, if it worked last year,
Yeah, bro, this jungler always like complaining about buff this item, buff this. At the end of the day, in walls and all that stuff, they always go tanky. In the jungler. They don't need farm. They always go tanky and solve.
You want to know a funny story? I think this happened in scrims this year. I don't remember exactly what happened, but Shinto was like, Panto, can you do mids or something? And he was doing the mids, and then Shinto was doing his speed.
no shot you're
Panto, you're on my speed.
He ran to the speed.
When he picked Tiamat, he told me like, let me multiply this buff. Like, he's all the way like.
Yeah. And in that scream, I get the speed and then I get the wave. So it's like so.
It was so funny because he was like, can you like do something over there? I forgot what it was. And then
He was like, hold me.
Yeah, he was like, hold mid or something. He's soloing the speed bump.
What's more concerning
Oh my
is if
God.
that worked, because now we're doing that every game. If
That was so funny.
you had
man.
6 items at 10 minutes.
I was dying. Oh my god.
No, that's good. Yeah, looking forward to a year of speed buff Steel and Yarkor playing with his ego and the rest of the team. And what? I guess Zapman feeding is the meme.
Yeah,
don't
I'm a
know, what's-
KDA player this year.
You're a
though.
KDA player this year. I don't know. Is there a wrong you meme?
He's just perfect.
Maybe not play Moya.
Right. All right. Year of wrong you not by new mojo.
Yeah, we will do that joke, like the new gods.
The new god. Yeah, when I love,
Practicing new gods.
and also when we scream other team,
Right.
someone whispering, "Are you trying a new god?" We're like,
Panatom, I guess the opposite of Shinto,
yeah,
not getting your farm stolen. Getting
Being
your farm
poor.
back. Right. It's going to be a great year ahead, guys. I'm so excited for this team. Thanks for sitting down with me. Thanks everyone at home for asking your questions. Make sure to stay in touch with these guys on Twitter as well. The duo lane's about to be competing in a 1v1. Zapman versus Wrongy 1v1 coming up next.
Come on, guys.
But he had the horsey, and horsey, don't you stop! Fido care! Fido King!
I gave up dabbing for Lynn.
Cool. No more dabbing for Final Call. He looked at me and said, I'm going to be on that stage next year. I'm going to become a world champion.
Ripping through! Titan down, ball three! A double cover,